Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Just a quick update, very quick update. So in my last video I said that I would expect we come down into the yellow target area here once more. And we did that. Basically bounced off these three EMAs up here, which I think was the 55 in yellow, the 21 and the 13. All three of them providing resistance here for the price of Ethereum. That did happen after Ethereum did not manage to get through the target area again. You know, when we were coming up here in this impulsive move to the upside throughout October, I did give you that target area. We did come into it directly, directly hit the target, then did come down. And at that point, it was still likely that we could give it another go at the target area and that we would actually go through and possibly go to prices around $5,500 to $6,000. As we saw that we didn't manage to get through. Yeah, I told you that this scenario is still at play, and we came directly into the target area during Bitcoin's flash crash. Then when we recovered, last video, as I said, I told you that because of the speed and the impulsiveness that we came into this target area, that this is not over yet, that I would expect us to go deeper into the target area, or at least once more into the target area. And yeah, we did that. So in this video, I just really want to mention to you, just to be aware of these things. Also, how does a price move into certain areas? Because if you have a strong move down like that, that is not a good sign. That is hard. That is a strong move down. And that just indicates that it's more difficult for the price to find a recovery. And even though we recovered from here, we are obviously coming down again. So you can see that in a 1, 2, 3, possibly another 4 and a 5 move here to the downside. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Also at the same time here forming a triangle. So possibly what you will see is a triangle forming here. It's too early to say because we only have 2 trend lines. The other way of looking at it is not using the wick, just using here this, basically just a candlestick, just the candles where you would have a descending wedge. So in the end, patterns are subjective. That's why I use the Elliott Wave method most. And we are coming, into this target area, currently finding support at the 144-day EMA, pretty much the last key support. I think if we drop that, if we lose that, then you will come down to the $3,500 level again. Yesterday, by the way, my one of my buy orders triggered here for Ethereum at 3,750. And if the bulls can't come in soon, you know, if we don't find a strong move away from the 144-day EMA, I think we're going to come and retest 3,500, and the lowest level in this target box, which would still be the bullish scenario actually, would be 3,200. So even if we come down to that, we could still make a turnaround here and see these higher prices, but it would get less likely the lower we drop in. But one more reason for me to believe that we come down deeper is just this long candlestick, this long wick. It just wasn't filled. It just needs to be filled with some basically candles. So just waiting for that really. So I would expect further price drops. Even if we go up once more a little bit higher than here, this is still at play for me. And this would still be the sort of still bullish scenario, even though this is technically still possible. But I generally don't think that we're going to see the bullish scenario play out. What you can also see here on the chart is this trend line. If you, not this one, just take that out. This white trend line, if you extend that, you still get basically this move here where we've dropped below that trend line as well. So just a retest to the downside, which also makes me wonder, you know, do we actually see that bullish move play out? And I think probably not in line with my expectation for the entire crypto market, but just wanted to reinforce the message that Ethereum in general looks more bullish than Bitcoin. Just the whole structure here looked much better. And I did say that throughout, and that is also why we reached a better performance here throughout October and November than Bitcoin did. Overall, because of that rapidness that we came into this yellow target area and the failure to make a higher high and another lower high here, this scenario could also unfold, which I think is not very unlikely. I think it's actually rather likely. So these are the levels that I would expect Ethereum to come into if Bitcoin gets below 30k. And again, could be wrong. Also with Bitcoin's prediction that we will hit areas between 20 and 29k, but that's just what the Elliott Wave method is telling me. So with the most likelihood. And that is why for Ethereum we should talk about a similar scenario. If we lose all these support levels here, for me the worst case would be $2,400 here. On the chart, that's the lowest area of this orange target area here, and the highest area would be 3,300. So you see these actually overlapping, but that is the area. If we really lose the levels here, then we are going to see this scenario play out, which would, if you come down here, this is going to be much more likely after this area then. And that's again why I would start a dollar cost average in and place orders in this area, because after this, like the ABC correction for Bitcoin, I would expect a turnaround and much higher prices, but that won't probably happen before Q1 next year now, because this whole cycle now gets extended. At least that's my personal view. Also for Bitcoin, I think we are going to see a longer cycle where we are now heading into much lower price areas, but we'll find our way out of it instead of a year-long bear market. I think we haven't seen the cycle top yet, but this is just a normal correction that's playing out, an ABC. Someone asked me on which grounds do I talk about a lower price? Well, basically just because an ABC correction in a C, you generally, and that's purely again applying the Elliott Wave method, in a wave C, where you had the A here in July, the B in November, and the C probably coming now, either in December or January. The C lands lower than the wave A. It's a final sell-off. That is generally what happens. Again, there's still a likelihood that we don't see that, but for me, it's the most likely in both scenarios that I can have here on the charts. In both Elliott Wave count models, this is going to play out. And yes, it's a longer term point of view, but that's what people are generally interested to see, in which direction is the trend actually going. And a lot of people still bullish on Bitcoin. I'm not short term, at least not. Yes, after this C is playing out, and again, we can talk about various weeks here, depending on how long it takes, I don't know that. But after that, we should see another strong move and move to new all-time highs. And that is what happens for Ethereum as well. As we get into this area here, we should see the turnaround and move to much higher prices. So that's pretty much Ethereum update, just a quick one. Hope you liked it. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.